Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Gretchen Jensen. In case you're just joining us, thank you so much for being here. This channel was designed to share with you what I learned from my cancer journey. I learned a lot about tapping into the power of who you really are, the art of manifesting, the art of allowing, and these are things that I desire to share with you. So I don't have any professional credentials in this, so if that bothers you, then just go on and find somebody else to listen to. But for those of you that want to know what I've learned, what I apply, what works for me, what makes sense to me, what is my clarity, here we go. I know I've talked about this before, and so when I reference my higher power, I'm talking of God. If that doesn't work for you, fill in the blank, whatever works for you. You can call it the universe, source, divine power, guidance, Buddha, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Whatever resonates with you. But I will refer to, in my personal space, I'll refer to it God. So, do you remember the analogy that I gave about how God is in everything? God is literally in everything because everything was created, right, from Him, which means God is in us. We are worthy. We are important. We are everything because He is in us, including we are love. We are joyful. We are all of these emotions that are wonderful. That's because of who lives in us. So I was listening to this talk last night. I really enjoy the speaker, Brian Scott. You can find him on YouTube. And he was kind of talking about the art of receiving or the art of allowing. And many a times, and I grew up in a lot of denominations, so I have a vast experience in prayer life. And I recognize that many a times throughout my time with Christ or God, my prayers were more of a plead or a sense of urgency or a begging, right? Because somehow in my mind I thought, if I'm more urgent in my words, then He's going to take me more serious and things are going to come faster. But, you think about it, the mind of something of deity like that doesn't think like we do. And so I've also learned that it isn't a matter of being repetitive and asking again and again and again. It's asking once and having the faith of knowing that what you want has already been created. Ask and you shall receive. Just get lined up with it and let it come. So even though we may be trying really hard to manifest something, are we allowing it to come? Are we allowing the blessings, the manifestations to be present and show up for us? Or are we resisting it by whatever thoughts we may have? So, for instance, if someone is trying to manifest, let's say, money, and I refer to money at times because it is a subject that most of us at some point in our lives have desired to have more of, or security, or whatever the feelings may come from it. It certainly is not my focus, so let's be clear. Don't send me hate stuff about how money is the root of all evil. That's not what we're talking about, but we do know, living in this life, y'all, we do need money, right? So if you're trying to manifest money and you're focused so much on all of the to-dos of how to get this to come to you, whether it's I've got to do scripting, I've got to write these things down 10,000 times, I've got to do affirmations, I need to listen to X amount of talks, I need to read books, I need to, just this list. I think about my own kids. If my kids thought that in order for me to feed them food, right, that they had to do a whole list of things in order for me to even do that for them, that would be ridiculous. I would bless them just because I love them and I want to do that, not because of some act or acts that they did. So when you're praying or manifesting, realize you're not required to do this checklist in order for you to receive what you want. But what we are required to do is to allow. So let's say you want to manifest money, but while you're going through all the motions of the I am statements and all these things that maybe they resonate with you and maybe they feel right and maybe it makes you feel better to do that, great, go for it. But what if you have a thought or a feeling that money's so hard to come by, or it's only reserved for certain people, or no one in my family has ever had a lot of money, or I'm not smart enough, or I'm not lucky enough. I mean, whatever it is, right? You have a thought of the why you don't have. That is keeping you from allowing it to come. That is holding you in a place of a holding pattern, right? So what if that manifestation or that blessing is right in front of you, but you can't see it, and it's trying to follow you, and but you can't see it because you're so focused on something else. Are you allowing it to come? Oftentimes we think, for whatever we want. Let's say you're trying to manifest a successful career. But in your mind, you're also going over all the things that maybe by this age, you should have been able to do this by now, and maybe you should have been making this amount of money by now, maybe you should have been up the corporate ladder by now. I mean, whatever it is, you're keeping yourself from seeing and receiving that because you're projecting all of the things that you're not, or all the things that have gone wrong, right? So you're basically saying, I'm not successful. And the universe goes, okay, well, let me give you more reasons to not be successful. You have to pay attention to what you're thinking about and what resonates with you. What do you want? Why do you want it? And how do you feel when you think about it? If you can find yourself in a place that you are feeling, you're smelling, you're tasting, you're experiencing all the feelings that will come when you have what you're asking for. When you feel that right now, you're opening that door of abundance to come to you. You are then in the state of allowing. You're then in the state of receiving. Just make sure that while you're going through your motions of saying your prayers, your affirmations, or whatever you're doing to manifest or to bring this to you, also paying attention that you are allowing. You're not keeping something from you because of a thought or a belief that you might have. It is my intent that this landed well with you, that this was received in a way that made sense to you. I like to share clarity of what makes sense to me, hoping that it will resonate with you. So if you like this video, do the whole usual thing of thumbs up and click on the bell so you know when I try to post every day when I have something that comes out. And thank you, thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. When you go through something like cancer and you come out on the better end of it, there is a compulsive type feeling to share what works, because you want people to have that experience and have the best life and to have the safety and the freedom and the peace and the love and the joy of all of these things that have come right before my face when I was going through my journey with cancer. And so I don't feel it's a duty. I just feel it's a love that I have that I want to share with you. Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.